you're doing. What about salaries? What are you gonna do? What can you do, or is there anything you could do about salaries to keep more experienced people in the office longer?
Look, there's a lot. Thank you for that question, because there's a lot, and I think that goes to my training and experience so far in my career. I've done research on the budget. For 2019-2020 fiscal year, the state attorney's office was allocated close to $40 million. A lot of people don't understand that the $40 million, or any allocation of money that's given to the state attorney's office any given year, 95% of the monies allocated from the legislature goes to salaries, right? Why is there an issue with salaries in Broward County? I can't understand that for the life of me. The problem is you have people running that office with no business acumen or understanding. Thank God that I've had an experience to serve as an in-house counsel for a multi-million-dollar telecommunications company, where I've dealt with transactions that were 2 times, 3 times that the budget of the state attorney's office. And so day one, which I alluded to earlier, is I'm going to do an official audit of the budget and to figure out what are we doing wrong. I understand that there's vendor agreements out there that are negotiated grossly high, right? Those are some agreements that we can renegotiate. And I have that experience. I can actually reach out to these vendors and renegotiate better deals on behalf of the state attorney's office. Secondly, the problem is with the salaries. We had the legislature in their infinite wisdom decide to increase the pay for prosecutors. Now prosecutors make $50,000, which is a great thing, and I support that. But they didn't factor in those prosecutors that have been there 5, 10, 15 years, right? And so what comes with that is you need a state attorney that can go to Tallahassee, advocate for more funds, but also have a unit that specializes in writing grants, getting those fundings for special units to actually allocate the funds to adequately pay our state. It's a problem when the salaries in your office are top heavy, right? And the people that are working aren't being paid. I'll give you a story of me and my wife. My wife and I,
most.
right. My wife and I were prosecutors together, and we would have to make tough decisions. Sometimes it was either, hey, do we put money in our car to make it to work, or do we save enough money to be able to pay for lunch or pay for dinner? I had prosecutors in the office who had no support, right? And they'd go to Publix and buy the 12-inch foot-long sub, and they split that in half, and that's for their lunch and that's for their dinner, right? Or I even knew someone had to make it stretch.
So you get paid once a month, right? So
like, right, and you get paid once a month.
Yes.
Right, and you're not paid anything in the first way, so that's a problem. Now, also, the support staff tends to get overlooked in this discussion as well, and the support staff is nothing but women and minorities, right? A lot of Black women in that office who have single kids, they're single mothers, and they're the only breadwinners in their family. And so Broward County, they only got a $1,200 raise, as opposed to Palm Beach and Miami-Dade support staff got almost a $1,500 to $1,700 raise. Why is that when we all get nearly the same amount of funding in the Tri-County area, but you're having a problem paying your attorneys or attorneys that have been there for a while that's done a good job, that's done a good job, and your support staff who play an important function? I think it's important that we have someone in the office that has business acumen. It's great that you have people that have criminal law experience. I have criminal law experience, but you have people that you have to have someone that understands how businesses work, that has a legal acumen and business acumen to actually understand how budgets work and to properly allocate those funds to ensure that the attorneys and the support staff are being adequately paid.